if this is working. Check Twitch on my phone because I only have one screen. Also, I'm pretty sure it's not working. I do not have the Twitch app. Google. Twitch. Come on. Michael. I don't remember what my own display name is. Oh no. There's a lot of Michaels with 7s involved. Maybe. Ooh, I found it. Found my own stream. Let's see. Oh my god, it works. I mean, there's no... I should turn the video off. The video's not recording. But the audio is recording, which is wild. I should probably turn this off because it's creating feedback. But anyway, time to actually play the game. Wait a second. I guess there's no reason to put that up there. Not sure if that's smart. I don't know. I put the webcam closer to me so that hopefully people can hear me. But now the wire is in the way. Okay, so this game is called Soulstone Survivors, and it is a typical Survivors game in a lot of ways, but it basically involves a lot of darting around at rapid speeds, trying not to get hit by things, while, well, in this instance, with this character, they have pets, which is nice. To get, oh no, I don't want that. Okay. Is there any benefit? I don't think there's any benefit of picking like the powerful curse. I think it's just more difficult, and I mean, it is possible to pick everything, but I don't want to do that. It just seems like it'll be very tedious and annoying to have all the lords from that you already defeated keep messing with you. Oh my god, it's so hard not to curse. How do people do this? Venomous. So it's just a lot of darting around erratically to avoid. Oh, by the way, I cannot see whether I have any viewers or whether people are talking to me. So there's that. Like I'm using GeForce Experience. I guess I could go on my phone to check whether people are talking to me because I can't actually. I only have one screen, and it's like a really bad screen, and my computer is very old, which I'm amazed it even plays games anymore because it's pretty sketchy. Call of the Wild is this ability where you go across the battle moose, obviously. Call of the Wild, you go across the little footprints, and then it summons a bunch of raptors. Hmm. I kind of hate the way that it picks one thing and makes it like just way better than everything else. If I was going to design a game like this, I would make it so that all of the things are the same item, the same rarity, like this. You can either get like this really bad version or this slightly better version or this awesome version, even though they're different things and they have different values outside of that, but still. War Tiger. I'm going on minion build. God. I don't know if you could hear that or if anyone's actually there, but random vehicle passed by outside very loudly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, trying to get. Yeah, I don't. There are more pet skills. I want to have like the maximum number of pets. That's my goal. But it's really hard to get them sometimes. Poison Cloud isn't bad, but still. It's just not what I want. Look how fast they kill things. Those are bosses, by the way. Poison Puddle. No. Battle moves. Lead. I think this is like the max difficulty of this particular level. Should I get it or should I just get something else? Because I'm planning to get rid of the Poison Cloud. So if I get upgrades for it, it's kind of pointless. If you get inside of that, when it goes off, you die instantly. So that's why I'm avoiding it. Whenever you apply a bleed, it also causes poison. A lot of stuff like that. More battle moves power. There's people talking outside. Hopefully they're not being picked up on the microphone. I should probably wear glasses so that I can actually see what I'm doing. It's really annoying me that I keep getting these poison cloud upgrades. Magnetic picks up things from farther away, but it also increases experience gain. Bleeds are nice. Any dots, from what I've seen thus far in this game, dots are basically the way to go. But get these upgrades that will increase a certain kind of dot. So I'm not really sure if the best case is to focus on a single dot or just get like a bunch of different dots at the same time. A lot of Survivors games, the best way to play them is to try to level up things, like one thing really high, really fast. Like one spell or ability or weapon. I'm worried that, because there's another type of pet that I'm trying to get. It's a boar. When you play it with a different weapon to start with, as this character, you get this boar that causes poisons, I think. Ooh, more spider queens. This one is kind of better because you start off with the spider queen cocoon thing, spider cocoon, and spider queen. Summon spider queens that spit poison bombs at your enemies. I think the boars also spread poison. Spider cocoon. Is it cocoon the guy that hatches? Yeah. I have some kind of rune talent thingy that the more pets I have, the more damage I do. So that's why I'm trying to pet max. But it's not really working. I mean, it's working, but I feel like I could have more pets. Actually, I think there's another ability. I need a rune. Like, there's a lot of pet abilities, and there's different kinds. Like, some of them are like, this is like a druid type character, and then there's like necromancers, and there's also a Spartan guy that has pets, which are just like soldiers or something. So there's a bunch of different pet builds, and there's a rune that lets you pick one of those pets, or one of those abilities from that your character normally wouldn't be able to get. And I think that's what I need. I might be stuck with this. It's fine even if I get stuck with it, but it's just annoying. Like, the poison abilities are really good. I've done very well with just poison attacks and stuff like that. No pets. But It really depends. Like I said, I have special runes for pets, so that's why it's important to get more of them. But theoretically, I could just not worry about it. Should check on my phone to see if anyone's actually talking, so I can actually respond to them. Oops. No, don't want to send pictures to TikTok. Okay, Extra Elementally has a selfie on Instagram, which is not what I'm looking for. Oh my god, I'm gonna die while trying to. Okay, oh, trying to look down at my phone while avoiding things. I'm in the chat room. Okay, good. Oh, good, it's silenced. That's good. Oh, God. Expansive. Increasing the area is pretty good, usually. Bigger attacks, bigger attack radius, all that. At a certain point, though, you do get too big, and then your computer will, like, explode. Trying to process everything. I'm about to start giving up on trying to get another pet skill. Oh, I almost died to a laser. Oh yeah. Gotta go through these things. Doom is an interesting feature. It's not really a dot. Well, it kind of is. It builds up on the enemies, and then after a certain amount of time passes, I think it deals that damage. But alternatively, it like if you get them down to the point where they only have Doom left, then they'll just die instantly. So it effectively is just like an extra amount of damage. Similar to a dot, but it just happens all at once. The green on their health bars is poison. Red is, well, red is their health bar color, but there's also like a different shade of red for the bleed. I can't really tell on these little ones, but on the bosses you can tell. I don't really see anybody talking, which is good, because I mean, I guess it's not good, but how do I see how many viewers I have? I don't even know. I mean, I guess it's not good because my goal is to see whether I have viewers. That's why I'm on Twitch on my phone. Otherwise, I'm just like playing by myself with more difficulty unnecessarily. I mean, I guess I'll just put the VOD up on YouTube sooner or later. So that's not completely worthless. Oh, I won. Okay. How do I tell? Won't let me talk in the chat room because I'm not logged in. Oh god. Sent me an email to verify my I have logged in, I think. Yeah. Okay. I don't see anybody saying anything else, so I don't have to reply to anything. I gotta turn this volume off. Alright. Now, if somebody says something, I will actually be able to respond to it. Probably the most inefficient way to do this, but whatever. Actually, I should probably turn the quality of the video down. It doesn't give me a choice. Oops. Whatever. I'm not snorting anything. Yeah, I don't think it's even possible to get the things I want. I've played defense-based characters, and I have noticed that, like, the more defensive characters are more durable, for sure. Like, some of them are so durable that they can just take boss attacks to the face. They're totally fine. Leviathan reduces your speed. It is by far the worst ability you can get that I've seen. So, like, I recommend banishing it. so it doesn't pop up as like legendary Leviathan, and then you get tempted, and then all of a sudden your movement speed is reduced by half. Behemoth increases the health, and that's useful because it makes you die slower. Expansive is area. Zillion. Building plague. Increases the damage of poisons. Very useful. Okay, I just dashed into that. Doom damage. I'm still so slow. I haven't been increasing my speed enough. I mean, dashing is good. It's very useful, obviously, but just regular speed, I'm just going to get rid of that. If you push G, it skips active skills, and it doesn't keep popping up with that stuff every time you level up. Well, you don't get an active skill every time you level up, but you get it every so many levels, I think. Or it's a percentage change. I don't know. I kind of want to play some other Survivors games on stream or record videos of it in the form of basically streaming. Like, I don't think anybody's watching, so I'm basically just doing this so that I can record a video for YouTube. Not that anybody watches is on there, but it's just how it goes. You never know. Everything's like that. Whether it's music, writing, other things I'm not going to mention because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't remember what I'm allowed to say on here. I know Twitch has a lot of like words that if you say them you can get banned or in trouble. So I'm either gonna test those limits. I can't even see what's happening anymore. In this game, the enemies have like you can't just walk through enemies in this game. In a lot of these kind of games you can. So that was kind of, it wasn't bad though. Like you can dash through them. And the benefit of not, well, not really a benefit. Although you don't get damaged instantly, they do an attack when you're in contact with them. And there's a lot of these just AoE damage attacks you gotta avoid all the time. So you do move around a lot. It's definitely one of the more movement-based games, survivor games. One nice thing about, well, one of the nice things about pet builds is that a lot of these pets have like taunting abilities. Like the bosses will not target you, they'll target your pets. And the pets just like die and respawn automatically, so you don't really have to do anything. When you start this game, it starts in a manual target mode, so this little targeting thing, reticle, that's what you use to aim. But you can turn that off, and I did as soon as I figured it out. Because I'm playing these kind of games because I don't want to, I want to use as little of my brain as possible. That's why I like them. Somehow I find this chaos relaxing. I mean, this is the maximum level, and it's still pretty. With a pet build like this, it's still pretty easy. You just gotta remember that there's like upgrades and stuff that you have to do so that you get stronger, or it's not gonna be as easy, obviously. And some of the upgrades actually make a big difference. Like, it's not just 1% more health or something. It's stuff um, like these things. Like this Call of the Wild for this specific character. You go along these tracks, which increases your movement speed as you walk along them, but it's not that useful. But it summons these raptors, and the raptors count as pets. They do damage, but they also count as pets. So if you have an ability that increases damage based on how many pets you have or stuff like that, then obviously it's very useful to have more pets. The more pets you have, the stronger you get, the easier it is to kill things. It's a very simple thing, I guess. Sorry, I blanked out there. Also, there's nobody listening. I don't know why I'm even talking. I'm just rambling on. If I knew how to get the video working, that would probably be better. Should also probably make a thumbnail or a profile picture, something. Like right now, I don't have a profile picture on my Twitch. Probably not useful. Oh. Everything dies so fast. I'm not even touching anything. It's just the pets doing all the work. The poison clouds are pretty nice, actually. They obviously poison things, but I mean, look at how big they are now. Huge. Just like giant moving damaging zones. Should I go deeper? Stop. I'll go deeper. Like, there's no negative. Like, it's not gonna. Oh, no. Okay, good. Thought I lagged out there. A lot of games like this, when you die, that's it, and you wasted a bunch of your time and energy. But this one is pretty good with that. Like, you always get something. You always get an experience, achievements and stuff. Like, it feels good even if you lose. Well, not that good, but you know what I mean. And there's a lot of characters. I still haven't unlocked them all. I think I'm missing the Demon Hunter, which I have no idea what I'm supposed to do for that. And some kind of dwarf that I have to kill 700 Lords of the Void. Void Lords, or whatever they're called. I figure I'm probably getting close, because I played this game for a while, and well, a few days. And at this point, it's like 20 Void Lords per thing. So if I did, I don't know, I'm bad at math. 45, maybe? 45 of these games. That would be enough. Maybe. These crystals act like magnets in a lot of games, which is really overpowered compared to a lot of other survivors like games. like the soul stones. I think that's what they're called. It's the name of the game, really. Soul stone survivors pick up these soul stones and then they do stuff. They act as like a currency to buy upgrades for different things or characters. Like to unlock certain characters, you need a certain amount of soul stones. Oh, nice. Legendary is the highest rarity. I still think that for survivors games, the best situation would be like when you get a choice between three different things, they should all be the same rarity. It should never be one thing. Oh no, I died. Uh, yeah. See this number down here? That is death protection. Um, that is a certain. I don't know if it's called a skill point or what, but with that, it lets you almost die several times. Oh, I died again. Doesn't help that I'm lagging. I'm trying to explain things. Asmongold is right. It is significantly more difficult to play a game while talking. Also, I'm not actually talking to anybody. Oh. I got a viewer called, and it says they're a likely harasser, whatever that means. Like they left a message that got flagged. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to deal with that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But that's fine. Some kind of spammy thing. Oh, nice. My damage is still pretty great, actually. It's just that I'm kind of squishy. I just got hit by something again. It's not good. It's really bad when you get enemies that drop um, like if you're using poison and your enemy is also using poison, that's not great because you have a hard, well, I have a hard time telling the difference between the two colors stuff. And like these big red attack pattern things, it's fine now, but it gets a little sketchy. Especially if you have attacks that are red. If you have an ability that looks red on the ground. Oh, I died. Yeah. Oh well. I tried. Okay, so what I was talking about is this. This is the skill tree. It's huge. But I don't know how much is actually available. I think this game is still in development or something. These ones in particular that are outlined with like a blue, these are applied to all characters. So even if you don't use that character, it's still nice because it affects all your different characters. Like this. this is Death Knight, maybe? The Death Knight's kind of weird. I'm not like a huge fan because it doesn't have a dash. It is very fast because they're on a horse, but it doesn't have a dash, so you're limited to that. It's just kind of challenging. Let's see, these are like the big upgrades. Death Knight may now collect souls from his victims. Oscillating power, damage. I don't know, good enough. No skill points left. This is the Necromancer. They're pretty good too. They're like a pet. This is, oh no. This is the Spartan, or Roman soldier guy, who has like a siege expert. The Legionnaire can gather materials from falling enemies to build powerful catapults that can bombard enemies across the map. You can build like 5, and it's a constant thing. After you build them, you don't have to keep collecting them, which is nice. But it's really not that amazing. I don't know. Relatively speaking, it's not one of my favorites. What's this one do? Eve. I guess that's how it's gonna go. One less dash, but 50% more block power. Block power is literally what it sounds like. You can block attacks, which is wild because it means you can actually be a tank in this kind of game. And the amount of damage you take is significantly lower. How many? 21 skill points. I wonder what happens when you just run out of... Because, like, I feel like there's not that many. I wonder what the max level is. I don't know. Which character should I play next? What is this guy doing? There's certain characters that are just like way better than others. And apparently they're planning on making some more characters. 4. I haven't unlocked these 2 characters. This dwarf guy. Oh, I can unlock him. Okay, I locked him now. And this demon hunter guy. I don't know how to do. I don't know what the ritual sin is. I'll have to Google it. Okay. It's pretty good. I don't really know how this character plays, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to get. A random amount of damage. Sure. I guess that's fine. Actually, no. Oh. that's not good. Where's... Oh, here it is. Dash. Increases the dash distance. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's good, but then you end up getting a bunch of skills that you don't want. Certain type. I don't know. I don't know if it's even necessary. This one, though, was pretty good. Okay, that's about enough. Let's see. Okay. Look at that. Now, let's see. I haven't played this character yet, so it's gonna be weaker. Should pick something easier. Okay. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be fine. Probably. The meteors. I've gotten used to the meteors by now. There's just so many of them constantly. So this guy has a Gatling gun and missiles to start with. Every character has 4 weapons that you can unlock through the blacksmith thing. So, and it doesn't mean that the higher level weapons are better, by the way. It's just not how it works, unsurprisingly. As far as skills are concerned, it's all kinds of different things. And different skills have different, like, affixes and stuff that make them stronger combining with others, I think. You'll get a lot of passive upgrades that, like, improve the bleed damage or some other effect. Rolling boulder. Spread shot. Just bomb barrage. It seems one brand. I feel like the bomb barrage is something that the hunter guy starts with. I don't know why a hunter blunderbuss would shoot out bombs, but I think it does. Shrapnel bomb. I'm just trying to go with a bunch of bombs. And the bombs, they cause bleeds, and the bleeds are dots. And then it'll probably give me an option to make the bleeds also poison people or something. That's usually what happens. I have noticed, though, that do I want one of these? Napalm blast or weakening shot. I don't think I've ever done this one before. See, if I had it on manual targeting, he wouldn't keep twisting around like that. He would just keep shooting in the direction that I tell him to shoot. Okay, I'm banishing that. So I'll keep popping up. explosive shot. Eh. I don't think I'm gonna worry about changing anything. I'm just gonna stick with these weapons or abilities. See how it goes. So it's significantly more difficult than the pet build because you're the only one there and they're not targeting your mooses or whatever. Also, this guy's very slow, and I haven't been able to upgrade his speed yet. I mean, I've gotten speed upgrade options, but they're not good enough. It's like the minimum upgrade option. Oops, almost started humming or singing. Might get me muted or something. I know how Twitch hates music. Oh, finally got some upgrades for speed. I think the ideal speed is at least 100% faster, if you can get that high. Any higher than that, and you don't really need it. As long as you can dash. If you don't have dash, if you're like the Death Knight, then you need even higher than 100%. But I think the Death Knight has like a different scale of speed. I think all the characters actually have different speeds. Like this guy is relatively slow, but the assassin guy is pretty fast, even from the start. And so is the archer and maybe the hunter, I don't remember. Just dashing around. This is basically the normal gameplay loop. Dashing around and shooting things. Or dashing around and letting your pets shoot things. I think for these kind of builds, it might actually be better to have manual targeting, especially for the bosses. Because you get in these situations where you're like dashing around and your guy's not even targeting the boss, they're just shooting everywhere. But if you have manual targeting, it also can be kind of challenging to deal with both things. I'm gonna try it. Auto aim off. I think that is more effective, but it is also more annoying. It's not as enjoyable to me if I have to target things manually. When I first started playing and I realized you had to target things manually, I almost quit. But then I found it in the settings that you don't have to do that. It's not that bad though. These green things heal you. And there are... You'll find these little stacks of things laying around randomly. They're actually resources that you can use to upgrade stuff in the blacksmith. I wish it was just one button and it wasn't like a setting. Because like in Death Must Die, you can set it with some key. And then you don't have to worry about it as much. You just turn it on and off if you have to aim at something manually. More speed, even though I still feel really slow. I feel like it gets progressively more difficult as the battle goes on. I'm not gonna do anything after this. Probably gonna end the stream actually after this match is over. I mean, nobody's actually watching, so there's no point. I have other things I could be doing. It doesn't really help that I'm like streaming on GeForce Experience instead of OBS or something. So it's not as easy to do other things. I also don't have my webcam set up where the video actually shows, so I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. I'd need to figure that out. Oh, that was it. That was one of the resource stacks. Sock pals, I don't know what you want to call them. But you destroy those and you can pick up resources that you can use to upgrade stuff. Struggling so hard not to like randomly start singing or something. Kind of want to turn the sound on, but it would be very... kind of loud and annoying. Sound usually is loud and annoying for these kind of games. I recommend playing music, or actually what I usually do is watch like Asmongold or Smugalana, some random unhinged streamer in the background. Like, I don't actually watch the stream, I just watch like YouTube clips and videos, VODs, whatever you want to call them. I don't really watch Twitch, to be honest. Like, I don't watch that real Twitch. The only person I watch on Twitch is my brother. that's very rarely. Because he streams at like the middle of the night. Early in the morning. Writing a story about a guy that gets turned into a dragon in another world. Because I read this, well, I've written multiple stories like that, but I just recently was reading this fan fiction where a guy gets turned into a dragon, but it's in like Star Trek. But the guy doesn't have meta knowledge of, like, he doesn't know what Star Trek is, basically. Which is kind of interesting, but kind of, I don't know. I usually prefer when isekai type stories involve meta knowledge. Like, the main character knows what's going to happen to a certain extent, so they can do things to avoid stuff. Instead of just the reader knows a lot of things that happen, but the actual characters have no idea. But he gets turned into a dragon and then joins Starfleet and all this other stuff. Eventually, like where it's at now, there's been like three. It's on a site called Space Battles, which is like a very censored, softcore fanfiction site. Like it's even more censored than sites like Rural Road and Scribble Hub, which is fine, but I don't know. Might start posting there just to see how it goes. But a lot of my stories probably can't post on there. I don't really know all the rules. Oh yeah, anyway, so the dragon thing. He's a dragon. And he's in Starfleet. He's like a chief engineer on Voyager at the moment. It's pretty good. I've always wanted to write a Star Trek Voyager fan fiction, but I just never got around to it. I feel like when it comes to writing fan fiction, it's very difficult the more complicated and convoluted the source material is. Like, when it comes to Star Trek, there's so much stuff you have to know and remember. It's just exhausting. I've always wanted to do it, but then I could never actually go through with it because it was just too difficult to. And I'm not talking about like just doing a short, simple story. I'm talking about like an actual. Like the story I just read was 4 volumes and probably a few 100,000 words, which I guess is not that much. Like I used to read Chinese translated stories, which on average I would only read them if they had at least 300 chapters, I think, which is like 450,000 words. Around 500,000 words. Let's say that. If they had less than 500,000 words, I might not even bother trying them. But they also updated very frequently, too. And they had, like, insane standards in terms of, like, how often they would update and that kind of stuff. Oh, nice. Easy robot launcher. Oh, so this guy's got a. This guy's got pets too. I think these are pets. I think they count as pets. If they count as pets, then I should change his rooms. These are pet rooms. I hear a bunch of people outside. God, what is happening? There's like an entire school of people outside. Maybe some kind of field trip or something. It's like 2 p.m. Maybe they're getting out of school early or something. I don't know. But I have no idea what I was talking about. I don't have any tenacity move slots available. What does that mean? I can pick something. This is pretty good because a lot of the times when you need to do the most damage is when Lords of Void are active. Otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, fine. I'll play one more. I have no audience. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I guess I'll do one more. Okay. The meteor is really annoying. I think I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna make the Lords of the Void stronger so they last longer. Hopefully it works out. It's pretty cool. Multicast. Mechanical Spider and Sentry. Ooh, this thing too. I forgot about that. It's a ballista. Get this. Okay, that's nice. Health is pretty nice, just in general. Oh, heavy artillery. Just gonna try to hopefully get all summoning. That way there's like the best possible affinity or whatever it's called. Dismemberment. Shockwave Totem is a summon, but I don't know. I'll get it. Cause I don't know if there's any others. I still have, like, I'll still get the option to pick other things. so there might be something better. I don't see anything. Oh. I'll get Lightning Surge. It's good because it increases your speed. Oh, nice. Laceration for more bleed damage. Oh, nice. Anytime you get a legendary upgrade, it's a huge deal. Because it's just so much more powerful than the regular upgrades. Guess the Void Lord's dead. The Lightning Surge increases your movement speed, so it's pretty good. Like, if you have that, you don't have to worry as much about increasing your movement speed through passive effects. But it also just kind of, it takes up a slot. It's not the best for damage. Like, it doesn't really do anything aside from movement speed. But movement speed is what keeps you alive, so it's still pretty good. I think I'm just going to keep it and not worry about it, because I've already upgraded it several times. And it is nice moving around quickly. A lot of times you just pick the thing that's the best rarity. You don't have to think that much. Poison blood, it's probably a thing that causes poison if they're bleeding or something like that. Or maybe it just causes you to have a chance to cause poison. Frequency for spiders. Where are the spiders? I can't really see them. I know they're supposed to be there, but... Oh wait, are they the things that's following me around? Ooh, laser. Oh. The totems are pretty good. They're not bad at all. I think the enemy variety is very good for this game. Like, seriously, there's all kinds of... Well, they could use more Lords of the Void and more... Like, that... I feel like they should increase the variance for that. I mean, it's still a decent amount of choices compared to a lot of these games, but... like, that's something they could improve on. Different Lords of the Void. But... like, the actual monsters, there's different kinds in every single level. And there's like 5 different levels. To put it in perspective, um, like I'm pretty sure this is like a small indie studio. I'm not sure what Deep Rock Galactic counts as, but they have their own Survivors game now, and it's really good. I liked it a lot. I mean, you know, I hated it too because I lost so many times and wasted so much time. But like, it's a very well made game, and it feels very polished, and the graphics look like they're not as stylized as this, but they are still stylized. These kind of games, you don't really need like amazing graphics. You just need. It's a very simple thing where you have like. Uh, I mean, there's a reason why Vampire Survivors started this whole Survivors trend thing. It's because it's simple. People like simple. Your character attacks automatically. You basically just move around avoiding stuff the whole time. In most of these kind of games, you have to avoid enemies that if you touch them, you will receive damage instantly, which is really annoying. But then in games like this one and Death Must Die, um, the enemies don't damage you immediately. They do an attack that you can avoid, which is nice because you can avoid it. You don't get in a situation where you're completely trapped and there's nothing you can possibly do to avoid anything. Ever. Although, I do think that this game is significantly easier than Death Must Die. But that might also be because I've played that game quite a lot already. And generally, when you get to a certain point, it gets harder and harder. But then it does reach a point where it's not that difficult anymore. I don't know. Like with this game, um, the max level was pretty difficult at first, but then when you get more skill points and runes and weapons, characters, you get different ways to do things, more options. Like this. Look how fast it dies. It's ridiculous. Like, just compare it to how much more difficult it was when I was using the different build with the Gatling gun. That had a pretty short range, and I had to switch to actually, oh, I'm still targeting. I need to change that. I still had auto aim off. Now auto aim's on again, even though it's unnecessary because I have a minion build. I've been talking a lot. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's like a hyperverbal autistic thing. But I've been talking to myself for over an hour now. And I'm okay with that. It's pretty normal, I guess. I think a lot of people are like that. Maybe. We feel the need to constantly talk or have something happening. Like, if I was just playing this game without any sound and not listening to anything, I'd probably get bored. Probably wouldn't be able to do it. Now I'm yawning. Shockwave totem damage. Multicast. Multicast is nice because it does exactly what it says it does. It multicasts. You do multiple attacks. when you would normally do one. However, oh, I'm done. That was it. Huh. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. I think I might actually do this. When you go in this red one, it takes you to this arena where you have to destroy elites, and you kill 15 elites, and it summons a Lord of the Void, or multiple, depending on... Oh, oops. I accidentally picked the wrong thing. Let me move that. Oh yeah, so... Ooh. Legendary. Legendary is good. Agile. I think I'm pretty fast right now. Like I've reached the point where even if I don't dash, I can still avoid stuff for the most part. That's where you want to be. But things will attack faster over time, I think. So you want to be able to move faster and faster to keep avoiding stuff. Unless you have like a really tanky build, which is possible. Just, I never do it. Or there's certain characters that are better at it, I think. Like the Legionnaire and probably the Warrior. And some others. Sorry. I'm gonna need to eat something soon. Had ramen earlier, but I'm not sure if... I don't know. I haven't had it in a while. I'm trying to avoid carbs and stuff and sugary stuff, but it's very difficult. I feel like I'm just stressing myself out for no reason. I should just eat whatever I want. Stop worrying about it. Just get more exercise. I should be walking around. That's what I should be doing, instead of playing this game for several hours while talking to myself like a lunatic. I should be outside, I don't know. It was raining earlier, but it's not raining now. It's 2:12 p.m. So I guess I could just like, I don't know. I go to store and buy some stuff. It seems like these turrets and stuff are moving as I move. Like they're following me. Oh, area effect. Nice. Oh, I just ran into a laser. I'm not sure whether the multicast chance is affecting... I think it's affecting the attacks of the pets. Or turrets, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, like, it's not making me spawn more of them, it's just making them do more attacks at random intervals, depending on what percentage you have. More ballistas. Especially in this small, confined space of this arena, the these like sentry turrets and stuff seem pretty useful. More multicast chance. I can't tell whether these things are attacking more or not. There's so many different things happening at once. I don't think I need any more speed. Like my movement speed is pretty fast. I think it's one more. And that's so there's like 3 Lords of the Void every. I still don't really know how to unlock the last character, which is bothering me. I'll need to look it up. It said something about some kind of ritual. I feel like my brain is melting. When it reaches this point, it gets kind of ridiculous. One thing about these turrets... Oh, I guess it's over. One thing about the turrets is that they don't tank stuff. Like, they're not going to tank the enemies and distract them and stuff like the mooses do for the summoner guy. Ritual of Sin. This is the Monkey King, of course. Every game has to have a Monkey King nowadays. Not that I'm complaining. What does this do? Plague rats. That's interesting. I think that might be summons. So they're summons then. Oh, I got another ability. But oh, it's Necromancer. Yeah, Necromancers have. I mean, they're summoners. They just are. I need to stop playing this game. I was serious when I said. Oh, I forgot about this. Let's see. Fuel for battle armor. Interesting. There's some kind of like ammunition mechanic that I don't really understand. Is that it? Oh, I think I'm just out of crystals. Mine are soul stones. Yeah, you need those to buy stuff. I know I played something else. I sworn Oh. Maybe I already did this guy. Okay. That's about it. I think I'm going to end the stream now. If I can figure it out. Well, thanks for watching. And,